Good day, beautiful soul family, and welcome back to On Another Level. And isn't this interesting? So, I am recording on my camera and I am recording on my laptop, and whichever is able to withstand the storm is the one that will get through. But I was just thinking, and well, Divine Spirit is showing me so much. And the thing about it is, beautiful soul family, even that is beautiful. Now, as I speak, I am doing that work. Trust me. Trust me. It's not about only when I hit the record button. It's about what moves me to hit the record button. It's love. And so Divine Spirit was telling me, I say I get the downloads, and I am. But Divine Spirit was telling me is that they are coming to full blossom on the inside. And as they're blossoming up, as the codons are being decoded on the inside of me, I am able to produce it. Greater is Divine Spirit that is within you than that of which is in the world. I am here. You know what I'm here to do? It's like I've been leveled up, but when I say that, it's not about a boasting. It's about a celebration. It's about when you do the hard work. You ever did the hard work and someone else took the credit? Wrote a book and someone else took the ideas? Did a video and someone else took it? Took the energy, took the ideas, and classified it as theirs, even as I am the messenger. All of this comes from Divine Spirit, archangels, guardian angels. But as I say this, Divine Spirit tells me that it has been planted within me. It is of the seeds. And as they're planted within me, they go through levels of growth, of development, and breakthroughs. I am here to tell you how beautiful Divine Spirit is. And it's just so interesting because, there are readings. Divine Spirit told me that he wants me to read the Bible as I read the oracles and the tarot. To read his word and to break it down so that you can understand on a deeper plane, on a deeper level, on another level. To me, it's like, so I had miracles beneath the surface, then I had infinite miracles beneath the surface, and then I had on another level. And each time I'm guided to do these things. So I just, I wake up and I thank Divine Spirit for carrying me through the night, loving me. I thank archangels and guardian angels for being in my life. But that's not why I'm here to tell you all that. I am here to read the Bible. So I will be reading the Bible more than I will be reading the oracles and the tarot. Because there's so much deeper meaning. Reading the Bible, you're getting a picture. And there's levels to it according to your maturity, according to your growth, according to the time frame in which you're able to see more. The information is all in front of our face. The thing about it is are you ready to learn? Are you ready to go deep? So just as I've mentioned, there are different readings. I've done different readings about the difference between karmics and divine beings. And so interesting enough to note, the Bible does the same. Here, can't find my glasses, but here in Psalms chapter 14, it says the portrait of the sinners. Now, truth be told, we're all sinners. Trust, no one falls short. But this, when I was reading it this morning, and I usually do most of my readings this morning, sometimes lately I've been doing it at nighttime because I feel so moved, I'm compelled. But here, it says, chapter 14 is about a portrait of sinners, aka hosts, aka pawns, aka karmics. But then chapter 15 says a description of the godly. Okay, so what we're going to do is read both 14 and 15. Chapter 14 of Psalms, verse 1. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They do vile deeds. There is no one who is good. The Lord looks down from heaven on the human race to see if there is one who is wise, one who seeks God. All have turned away. All alike have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. When I read that, it brings me back to Abraham, when Abraham was bargaining, saying, what about 50? What about 5 minus 50? And then Divine Spirit is saying 45. What about this and what about that? Now, Abraham was just asking, is there a way in which you can pardon for my family, Lot, and his family? Can you save a whole town? If it was just only Lot and his family, will you destroy it? Will you provide a way? Here, the Divine Spirit is saying he's looking for one. The Divine Spirit is telling me the shepherd left the 99 for the one. It's something about the number one. And in this world, they would have us think that the more we have, the better we are. The more choices, the more people that looks up to me, the better I am. But it's all about the one. It's not about the quantity, but it's about the quality. Will evildoers never understand? He's not looking for the one amongst those that love Divine Spirit. He's looking for the one amongst those who are karmic. Because they have choice. Much like divine beings have choice. Divine Spirit is telling me to say there are karmics out there, hosts out there, who will allow their mates, their partners to sleep around, to do whatever, to have open relationships, just to keep the person. There's no cheating if it is allowed, right? Or wrong. Because what a person is actually doing is spreading a person thin. They're allowing for them to be split in so many parts, meaning what I'm getting is Divine Spirit is showing me the account of King Solomon. And King Solomon, he was a wise judge. And there was an account where I've spoke about it before, but Divine Spirit is bringing to my memory about two mothers. One lost her child, and there was another one who didn't. And the one that lost their child swapped the babies. Did a switcheroo. And then said that her baby died, but mine's is alive. And so they brought it before King Solomon. And so King Solomon was like about to cut them in half. The actual mother said, no, keep the baby in peace, just as long as I know that the baby is alive in one piece. Alive and well. That's the love of a mother. But she didn't want her child to be divided into pieces, right? But the one that wasn't the mother didn't care. She was numb. The child was a possession. And so she said, cut him in half. You see, in the same like way, when you don't understand the power of one, that it only takes one cup to quench your thirst. It only takes one solution to end the pain, one antidote. When you understand the power of one, you realize the high concentration. It takes one seed that bears forth fruit, many a fruit. When you understand the power of one, then you're able to understand yourself. You're able to value and be worthy of not just self, but also definitely Divine Spirit. Here, Divine Spirit is saying, is there one? It's like looking at what I'm looking at. Divine Spirit is showing me a bucket full of spoiled vegetables, but Divine Spirit is still looking. Is there one vegetable? Is there one fruit that is still good? I don't want to overlook anything, so I'm still looking for the one. On the top, it looks like it really looks bad. You ever gone apple picking or any type of picking, and you're sifting through to see, man, is there one? Is there one in the midst of all of this? I know of the people that love me. I know of the people that spend time to go within, spend time to read my word, spend time to connect with me through prayer. But in this bushel right here, that looks far from good, is there one? You see, Divine Spirit is telling me those people who come against Divine Spirit, who don't go in prayer, they hide like Cain hid out of shame, like Adam and Eve when they sinned. It was because they came against love. Their eyes were open to the fact that they were vulnerable, but before they didn't feel that. They didn't feel shame. They didn't feel vulnerable. But when they came against love, that is what they ended up feeling. And so Divine Spirit was like, why are you hiding? He knew what was going on, but that didn't stop his love. There are a lot of people who just feel like they can't be forgiven. But Divine Spirit is still looking. Is there one that's willing to change their way? Is there one that's willing to be the healer of their ancestors, to bring forth closures to cycles and move towards new seasons? Is there one that even though they started off this way, they can still utilize their will to change, not to change someone else and come against someone else's will, but to go within themselves? Is there one, just one, so I can save their whole bloodline? Is there one? So I can move mightily in their life? Or are they going to constantly do the same thing as their ancestors? Believe it or not, Yeshua died for us all and was risen for us all. There is no sin greater than another sin. I read back at chapter 2. It says, the Lord looks down from heaven on the human race to see if there is one who is wise, one who seeks God. All have turned away. All alike have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. Will evildoers never understand? They consume my people as they consume bread. They do not call on the Lord. Then they will be filled with dread. For God is with those who are righteous. You sinners frustrate the plans of the oppressed, but the Lord is his refuge. Oh, that Israel's deliverance would come from Zion when the Lord restores the fortunes of his people. Let Jacob rejoice. Let Israel be glad. Beautiful soul family, it is important for us to go within with self-love, self-care, self-nurture, because that's how we're also building our relationship with Divine Spirit. It's not about what someone else is doing. This is all about integrity. It's about you. It's about you working on different aspects of yourself. You bringing down focus on shadows, on anything, on asking forgiveness, on being accountable in your own life, on taking time to utilize the moment to say, I love you, Divine Spirit. I love you, archangels and guardian angels, for being there with me. It's much like having a family member that's always been in your corner, but you've never really been there to say, or never been present in your mind to say thank you. Thank you for saying no. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for bringing me truth even when I didn't want to hear it. It's going to be worse because, it's like right now we're seeing the preliminaries. It's really the calm before the storm, because matters are going to get worse, and you will have to decide. If you don't build your relationship with Divine Spirit, and Divine Spirit is not your strong tower, Yeshua said there won't be a high place to go to. There won't be a temple to go to. There won't be a high place to go to find quote unquote comfort. You have to go within. You have to come to a point of a relationship to trust Divine Spirit, to where you can say, Divine Spirit, you are my place of refuge. You are my safety. And that place is within. Because it's going to get worse. And this is not just me being caught up and channeling. This is found in the Bible. What Divine Spirit has been telling me to tell you is, go within. Greater is Divine Spirit that is in the world than that of which. In you. Greater is Divine Spirit that is within you than that of which is in the world. Okay? And there's going to be, there's going to be a lot of pressures. We're going to see a lot of changes. And you're going to need to have a safe place. And your safe place should be within Divine Spirit. A tower. A safe place, like a lighthouse, that cannot be destroyed, no matter what. Because a lot will be tried. But the Bible says, Divine Spirit says, I take care of your needs. I have taken care of your needs. I do take care of your needs. And I will take care of your needs. As brought out here, there are people, instead of calling out for the Lord, they call out to something else. They rely upon something else. It says, they consume my people as they consume bread. They do not call on the Lord, found in verse 4. Are we calling on to yet another individual to help us find our quote-unquote way in our life? Or are we going to go within? Because the Lord restores the fortunes of his people. That means the fortunes of his people, energies of his people is being taken. It's like drinking so many different cups and expecting to have your thirst quenched, but it's not. And so that's why they keep on taking and taking and taking. But will one of these people go within? It's like thinking, it's like this. Think your ancestors drink orange juice. All right. So you have many ancestors that drank orange juice to feel vibrant. But they're continuing something that their ancestors did, thinking that that is what should be going on for you. So you're not really understanding why, man, why do I have to, I'm on my 8th cup of orange juice? How come my thirst isn't quenched? So you're like, wait a second. Something happens and you're realizing, wow, there's coconut water, there's pineapple juice, right? There's water. But you're like, well, my ancestors have drank orange juice, so I'm just going to drink orange juice. Then one day someone gives you something to drink and it's different, and you're like, I don't want that. I want the one that has orange juice, because that's what I'm used to. So then someone else comes along and they give you orange juice and you're still drinking that orange juice. But you're like, how come I have to drink so much orange juice? After a while, you're just like, I guess I'm supposed to. This is how it is. Until one day you're so thirsty that someone gives you coconut water or pineapple juice. They give you something else other than orange juice, and it quenched your thirst. And you say, wait a minute, the Divine Spirit is telling me water. Someone gives you water. And you're like, ugh. But then you're like, wait a minute, this is water? It's quenching my thirst? And then the person asks, well, do you want another cup of water? And you say no. My thirst is quenched. And so I say that, Divine Spirit is showing me that, because you can take so many people's energy, but you're always going to be thirsty. You're always going to be greedy. You can bully others. You can overcome someone else's will, but you're not going to come to a point of true satisfaction. But when you go within and you drink of those waters and you bring forth that clearing and you rebuild that bridge to Divine Spirit, you bring forth a disconnection to the world and a connection to Divine Spirit. I'm seeing different cards. I'm seeing the Eight of Cups, where a person is walking away into the brilliance and the fullness of the moon, seeing things that are hidden about themselves. Because we are here to reflect, much like the moon reflects the sun. But also I'm seeing the person that is holding up a mask. And that card, that oracle, is called attachments. So they don't realize that the more they're holding up, it's like a mechanism. They hold up the mask and it keeps them locked. But once they take down that mask, then it unlocks them. Once you go within and you drink of those waters as you bring forth the clearing, you will not ever go thirsty again. It is not about finding it in somebody else, but it's about first going within. Who is the one that is willing to get off that hamster wheel? Who is the one to bring forth change and healing to their whole ancestors and their future generations? Who is the one to bring forth a new coding? Who is the one to decode that of which is within? So that they can function in their life. Who is that one? Who is that diamond in the rough? That as they're being chipped away, they're choosing to let layers fall away so that they can understand that it is within them that truly shines. Who is the one that is going to stop taking energies from others? All you got to do is go within and see the beauty of your own storehouse. Because when you feel like Divine Spirit has turned its back on you, Divine Spirit is actually one love that is there, looking. Like the Father that continuously looked at the front gates to see if their son is going to come back home. After being in the world, is my son going to come back home? You see, that hope is still there. Chapter 15, a description of the godly. Lord, who can dwell in your tent? Who can live on your holy mountain? The one who lives blamelessly, practices righteousness, and acknowledges the truth in his heart. Who does not slander with his tongue? Who does not harm his friend or discredit his neighbor? Who despises the one rejected by the Lord, but honors those who fear the Lord? Who keeps his word whatever the cost? Who does not lend his silver at interest or take the bribe against the innocent? The one who does these things will never be shaken. Will never be shaken. because they are in the lighthouse. Matter of fact, they know that they're the lighthouse. I want to say lighthouse, but lifehouse came out. Because when you live your life with purpose, that's when you're truly living. And that's what I was called to read, 14 and 15. But 16 talks about the confidence in the Lord. And 17 talks about a prayer for protection. And after that, what's so interesting is that after chapter 17 in Psalms, verse 18 says, praise for deliverance. So as you pray for protection, don't say, Divine Spirit, why aren't you protecting me? Archangel Michael, what's going on? Where are you at? You immediately go into praise because it's already done. Beautiful soul family, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your love. And I send my love to you. I pray that you go within with self-love, self-care, self-nurture, and rebuild that connection to Divine Spirit. You see, that's your personal door to healing and happiness. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Namaste.